We don't do an intro. We go raw.
Okay. Right.
With no lube, no baby oil.
What the? Anyways,
So it's rolling.
It's rolling.
Fuck you. Anyways,
what the hell? What did he
say in Yahoo?
Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi.
bro.
But what up, guys? This is episode 2456 of the Last Idea podcast. We just got done watching Invincible, season 4, episode 6. Not nearly as bad as season 4, episode 4.
At least that's what Lucas says.
Dog.
Dude, you have to agree it's not as bad as episode
You're just
4.
being like, no, you're bad at critiquing anything.
No, okay, you have to get into my issues. We waited a whole week for this episode just for it to be trash.
I wouldn't say it's trash. It's just mediocre.
Okay, it's not that
That's
bad.
a difference.
It's not. It's an hour of slop.
I was more. I think it was like the beginning was pretty good. I liked
Nolan having a good father and son relationship with
40
this.
minutes of slop.
I liked well, I think it was like 53 minutes. I liked Omni-Man trying to,
be a good dad.
Yeah, that's kind of the best.
Okay, you know what? That's the
the best part of this show, unironically, is like Omni-Man trying to become a good father. It's not just him, it's not just that he's a bad person trying to be a good person. He's trying to throw off 1,000 years of indoctrination. He's trying to literally stop a generational curse where his parents treated him that way, so that's how he instinctively treated his own kids, and now he's trying to unlearn all of that. I think that's an interesting plot line.
Well, you're portraying it more deeply and more thoughtful than what they're trying to portray right now.
Yeah,
it really wasn't that. It was very fucking simplistic.
I think it's. I think
it was like, all right, I've told these people, we're never gonna. I'm not gonna take it back.
I can't.
He does take it back. He does apologize, but that's about. He just apologizes.
He's trying to make up for
it.
It's the entire episode.
He's trying to make up for it by fighting.
Not even the entire episode.
And then
his entire arc right now. He just apologizes.
And then Oliver's always like, but you said you didn't want mom and we were a mistake. And he brings it up the entire episode. It gets annoying to him.
If your dad walked up to your mom and was like, yo, you were kind of a mistake. I kind of regret that. I think you'd remember that.
True.
You're not going to let that go.
But there's better ways to actually attack this or portray this than what they did. They were just doing the bare minimum. Really, it felt like.
Well, what better ways would you suggest that they have time for?
I don't know. Better dialogue, actual conversation, except for I hate you, or I'm not the conversations were just as shallow or just as short as that.
I mean, why? For one, again, time limit. For some reason, Amazon wants to limit it to 8 episodes in an hour each. And I think that could be a genuine argument, is that it's just not long enough to properly do a plot line like that.
You know what? I think you're right, Lucas. Sorry to interrupt, but you know what? You give it a fair point with that. I didn't think about it like that. And from that, I made a continuous lapse in my judgment. I didn't think about the time nor how things. I thought this was all the show's fault. I was like, it's just a show. But
no, they could just quite literally be rushing the actual comics.
No, they kind of are.
Cutting a lot of pieces, rushing it, not giving enough emotional payoff to something.
Honestly, you gave me a new perspective on that, man, which I appreciate. Because I was going real hard on it, but what you just said.
Shouting at the top of your lungs about how bad it was about how.
You know what? You gave me a new perspective, so you know what? Thank you for that.
So we should blame Jeff Bezos. It's all his.
But it was.
The bald people are always.
Did run away with their tails between the legs like they were Team Rocket or some shit.
We're getting there. Getting there.
Basically, should we go over the plot synopsis with the audience?
Spoiler warning,
So,
we do not care.
First of all, I don't think we discussed episode 5, but episode 5 was genuinely really good.
It was the best episode so far.
I agree.
Yeah.
Where they're in the Star Trek ripoff. You're flying through. They meet a Viltrumite ship just coincidentally, and they're like, "Oh crap!" So Alan, Omni-Man, Oliver, Invincible, and Tech Jacket all go out to meet the Viltrumites, and it's Lucan, who is the Black Viltrumite, some other guy who's never named, and Conquest. Yeah, Conquest is back. I wonder what Invincible will have to say to Cecil about that. And like they begin fighting, and the part that's really cool is like the part that everyone cares about is Conquest like getting strangled out by Mark. Like Mark literally just chokes him to death. One of the best parts of the show, in my opinion. Like that was just a really brutal, gritty fight.
I do think they dragged it on for like maybe 10 seconds too long.
Yeah, the intestines part was a little gross.
Yeah, they already got their point in like 5 seconds in, but they kept on rolling.
No, not enough. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. Like you have to start to feel uncomfortable. You gotta.
You know what? It got to that point really early on.
No, you gotta sit in.
You know what? They should have kissed. They would have been a
what?
Cherry on top. They should have kissed.
What
you know what? You
want
to make the audience uncomfortable? Make them kiss.
Dude, you just want another sex scene with Alan.
No, he wants a Conquest Invincible sex scene. Dog.
Oh, a threesome, bro.
What?
I'm telling you, good money. Good money.
Silence.
Good money. Good
Shut
production.
up, boy.
No lube.
Shut up.
I don't see the vision.
Anyway, so yeah, Invincible kills Conquest, but he got his guts twisted around.
It's just not like one of those things where you need to marinate. It's just there. Like the longer you have it there, the less impactful it just has in the overall theme of the.
I don't think it was less impactful, and you're in it for a long time.
No. I mean, like at first it's shocking, then it's grotesque, then brutal. You feel the grit. But the longer it goes, it becomes more and more just grotesque. It feels more disgusting than anything. It just.
I think that's the point. It's meant to feel disgusting.
Yeah, and I don't really like that point.
Why?
Because I liked it better when it had grit. It felt like you feel the tension. The longer it goes on, the more grotesque it feels. It feels like there's less tension. It feels like there's less of stakehold, really.
I wouldn't say there's less of a stakehold since like you're kind of like. At least for me, you're sitting there wondering, like, it's still going on. Is Mark going to actually be able to strangle him out before he literally tears out his entire intestines? I don't think the length really ruined it. Like,
it just put more. Like,
it's
his life is on the line.
It really emphasizes just like the disgusting. Like as you mentioned, yeah, it's disgusting, but that like is how the Viltrumites are. They're kind of a disgusting species.
Yeah, it's like the reality of things.
There has to be a limit. Unlike the amount, the time it takes.
I mean,
the thing is, in continuity, it should have taken longer since Viltrumites they can hold their breath for like hours in space.
Well, I think
it should have taken longer.
So actually, this is something that a lot of people have mentioned, but in the comics, it's explained that like when Mark grabbed Conquest and like slammed him down,
knocked the air out of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he grabbed his throat too quickly, and he didn't have time to take another breath. And also, like, strangling it's not just about, like, deprivation there. It's about, like, the actual crushing of the windpipes.
The pressure, everything, all that.
So and also, like, it's kind of, at least in my opinion, it was implied that this was going on for several minutes at least. So, which, I don't know if maybe it should take hours, I don't know, but I personally think several minutes makes sense for strangling a Viltrumite, especially one of Conquest's size.
Yeah, we're never going to get a fight like Conquest ever again. I'll just put that out
He's gone.
There. He's gone. I'm telling you, the GOAT is gone.
Like, I think we got the gritty feel with the first fight, like with the first Conquest fight, where that's literally just
that was the
best fight in the show, and it was like the most gritty fight in the show, where it's like so brutal. Like Mark's freaking. Both of his hands get broken.
He has to use his head.
One of the bones popped out of his one hand. His mask is torn up. His face is all bloody. Eve gets her guts twisted around by Conquest.
He has to see that. Imagine the
that's how she got pregnant.
I was about to
You're
Conquest.
You're a funny man.
So bad out of context. Holy shit.
Second place obviously goes to Omni-Man versus Invincible season 1.
Yeah,
I would give that second place.
Yeah, absolutely. No question about that.
Yeah,
but I will say with the first one, it was almost sheer fear. Because at least with the Conquest fight, you knew that Invincible could somehow overcome this. But with the Omni-Man fight, you're like, Invincible's been a hero for like 3 seconds. How could he possibly?
And
fight
Viltrumites aren't that merciful. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Unless they're retreating.
Because Oliver's like, I mean, I get Oliver's point and everything, but if you really think about it, compared to Mark's treatment, Oliver was treated a little bit better.
Dude, that's like that's the younger sibling story, bro.
This absent father.
The oldest child gets like all of the shit.
The shit. Then the youngest, they get the princess treatment right there.
So yeah, after the conquest fight, right? Episode ends. Mark's guts are all on the floor. And the crew of the Coalition of Planets had to abandon Alan and Invincible and all of them. Alan and Tech Jacket hide out on the Viltrumites' ship.
They were gaming.
They pulled a Millennium Falcon from Empire Strikes Back. They latched onto it because Tech Jacket's suit is like Iron Man's suit, but cranked up to 12,000.
Just imagine the nanotech that Iron Man had in the
but literally even better than that. Able to make a hole.
It's crazy. They pulled both Star Trek and Star Wars in the same season,
and then Marvel. With Iron Man ripoff.
Oh yeah,
I mean, this is just a ripoff of. This is already a ripoff.
It's a ripoff of
DC,
a lot of things.
Marvel.
I mean, it's not like they haven't done it before. With the Spider-Man variant.
Yeah, Agent Spider needs to come back.
Bro, definitely come back. Yeah,
dude, they should have released Beyond Agent Spider-Verse, something like that, where if they're not gonna do Agent Spider, better be in Beyond the Spider-Verse. I hope so, bro. I pray. But yeah. So, Omni-Man and Oliver are on this planet where, Conquest got killed because they're trying to, basically let Invincible recover. And because Invincible's a Viltrumite, he has an advanced healing factor. So we know he's going to recover. It's a bit gritty, but, basically they just got to keep giving Mark a constant stream of protein and nutrients in order for his body to be able to recover. So Omni-Man and Oliver are kind of just chilling on the planet and having,
father-son duo time.
Angsty son, bad father bonding time. I'll say I know George over here thinks that Omni-Man's just going around apologizing. You're not George, you're Walt. How do you forget your own name, idiot? But George,
for sure.
Yeah, that's George. He I know that you think that he's just going around apologizing, but for one, his species doesn't have a concept of apologizing. This is difficult for him to even understand. And two, he's actually trying to use his, fight the Viltrumite Empire. He's actually trying to make a difference through his actions to make up for what he's done. And he is trying to give heartfelt apologies where he acknowledges what he's done wrong and
he's pretty good at
try to address them. Yeah.
He's gotten pretty good at it, I will say.
Yeah.
Character development.
Probably because of the bug chick that he clapped.
Also that she was a mistake.
A steak?
That's good.
That's another thing I do like about how they written Nolan's character is, at first he fucking sucks at apologies, but as he keeps on giving apologies, he gets better and better. He still trips up horribly at time to time.
Yeah, with calling whatever her name was, Anthraxa.
Yeah, that bug animal.
Yeah, calling her a mistake. Where he's he was no, he said to Debbie that was a mistake, and he didn't even think about the fact that Oliver would hear.
Where the hell was Paul?
I don't even remember if Oliver mentioned that previously. I don't know if he mentioned that previously.
That he was there? No.
Yeah, I thought that
we had the idea that he just wasn't there at all.
Yeah, I thought that was actually a good twist. And it makes sense. You're like, oh,
no wonder he's mad.
Yeah. It makes perfect sense.
It feels like the twist they just tacked on, really.
I mean, there
was no actual forethought. There was.
I wouldn't say
they just added it post-production.
I mean, I don't think that... It's not necessarily, just added on. Sure, maybe they should have set it up better, but... I don't think it necessarily ruins things to tack it on like that.
Maybe they did. Didn't they show it? That he was there?
No. But all
they did was show the living room where they were speaking.
Yeah. Then he left. Yeah.
Would it be better if he was just angry because Omni-Man didn't stop by to see him, or is it better to have him be angry that Omni-Man called his mother a mistake? I think
no, it's better that the latter option, but they had no setup whatsoever, which.
It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because he could have brought it up at any point in time. They chose until now to bring it up.
Yeah, you could have had, wait, did they mention Oliver was in the house?
I remember Mark and Eve leaving, and then Oliver had to leave too.
If they mentioned Oliver, I don't remember if they mentioned Oliver was in the house. But if Oliver was in the house, then it would kind of be implied that he heard because Viltrumites have really enhanced hearing.
Where the hell was Paul?
And it's stated
Who the fuck is Paul?
We see multiple times that Oliver hears all sorts of noises from everyone's room. Everyone's room.
Free Paul. He did nothing wrong.
Free Paul. Dog. Yeah. You know what? Their trauma shouldn't come from what they see right now. It's from what they have heard.
Dude. Dude, not only does Paul have to fuck with Spider-Man, he gets to be in this universe too.
Brother.
I was gonna say, one of the worst parts about Omni-Man and Oliver's story arc, or not story arc, but their time together, is that Oliver basically admits to being a zoophile.
Wow.
And
I mean, he's an alien. But aren't Earth...
Okay, this is actually... I mentioned that I want to talk about this. So, from my understanding... So, basically, for the audience, Oliver is having, a serious talk with his dad, Omni-Man, talking about how he knows he's not like normal people. He's not like everyone else on Earth. And... God, he's like, Paul and Debbie took me out to a seafood restaurant one time, and there was this lobster.
And it was blue.
It was blue.
And shiny.
And beautiful. I want to grab it and fuck the hell out of it!
I ended up eating it anyway, though.
Yeah, I ended up eating its pussy and then eating it later. The fuck? No, for real, Oliver, unironically, is talking about how he says that the lobster made him feel fuzzy inside. And it's huh? What?
The fact that it was colored blue was really specific.
I mean,
because weren't his original species blue?
They were purple. I thought they were purple, but they may have been blue. Yeah,
It may have been.
Yeah, they were blue. I just keep thinking they're purple because all of
Yeah, because weren't they ant looking or something like that?
No, like praying mantis.
Yeah, that.
So the thing,
I mean, Omni-Man was down bad for that. So you know what?
Yeah,
That's
weird.
Let him be.
Dude, grooming.
Also, I will I think it's
Omni-Man met his mother when she was
Can we
fucking
acknowledge
kid.
that Oliver is getting Oliver is attracted to a freaking...
I'm surprised Omni-Man hasn't had any other relationship with anybody else.
Who says he hasn't?
You're right.
He's only been on Earth 20 years. For all we know, he's been to several species.
What's 15 more years?
No, legit, think about it. He could have just been on several different species, several different planets. Right with several
Bro has a lot of
species.
kids, yeah.
Yeah, it just hasn't worked.
Bro, you know who should we bring back? What's his name? Angstrom.
He'll probably return, in Season 5. I doubt he'll return now. But, I just think it's really weird and unnecessary to have that in, that Oliver is attracted to a freaking lobster. I know in the comics he marries a bug creature that looks like a disgusting cockroach. They should step away from that. From my understanding, a lot of sexual attraction of what we find physically appealing is more so based off of,
looks?
Societal standards. Yeah.
Societal standards?
No, that and just evolutionary need for just reproduction.
Yeah, but
which is why majority of men tend to see larger breasts as more attractive, because in the grand scheme of things, in evolution, that helps more with the maternal and just
But other
laugh it up, Walt. Laugh it up.
No. You're giving an excuse. You're giving an excuse. No, you're giving an excuse. I know where this is gonna go. He's like,
I bet you're the type of man who's laughing when someone says a rhyme. Exactly.
I've arrived. No. George is gonna go to, and therefore this is why I love big breasts, because it's scientifically proven to be sexier.
No, there are it's believed that there are we find certain physical traits attractive because of evolutionary reasons, like breasts, for example. But also, societal norms can heavily influence what we find attractive.
In a way, yeah, I agree.
Best example.
Fashion is non-sexual.
Let's take I don't know if you guys would agree with this, but there's kind of a trend from in the 90s, skinny women were fetishized, and now it's becoming bigger women are fetishized, and so
even before then, it was more bigger women that were fetishized because it was a sign of wealth.
That was
but that was back. That was back. Yeah, that was back.
From the 90s to now.
Yeah.
It keeps
the caveman era.
Different. Yeah,
Ooga booga.
And it different hairstyles, different hair colors, different a lot of different
the
things.
Aryans.
A lot of different things. A lot of different features don't have necessarily an evolutionary benefit or an evolutionary reason for attraction. But
guys, you're all missing the point. It's what's deep down in the heart.
Shut up. So I find it weird that I find it weird that Oliver would be attracted to a freaking lobster, especially when the lobsters don't look anything like the Thraxans. Like, it's weird that he would be attracted to that.
They both look like anthropods.
That's like saying someone would be attracted.
That's the weirdest thing to put out there, though.
Imagine your kid. Oh my god! Imagine your kid comes up to you like, "Hey, Dad, remember when we went to the zoo?
Brother,
exhibit. You saw that chimpanzee exhibit? Well, those hands, those strong hands. I felt all fizzy inside. What the?
What's 15 more years? What's 15 more years? What's 15 more years?
Christopher Columbus and manatees.
Yeah, he should be shot for that. That's weird.
For those who don't know, manatees were the basis of mermaids and sirens. Because when the sailors were drunk, yeah, they had their way with them. And anatomically, they do have similar parts to women.
Yeah, a lot of species.
I want to throw up now after hearing this.
I think it's goats who have the anatomically most similar.
Wait, so mermaids and stingies are real?
No. They're based off of real animals, but they're not real.
How do we know?
Well, for one, a human, if there were a creature that evolved to live in the water, it wouldn't evolve to have a human top, because that would be really inefficient for the water.
So it really wouldn't evolve to have hair. It would be more like fur than anything.
Fur for the ocean?
Dolphins have kind of strands of hair along their beak, but that's more so for sensing, not really for warmth.
So let's say hypothetically it was a mermaid, but instead of looking like half human, half...
At most,
it would just be completely a fish.
That's just a fish.
That's just a fish.
So
unless you mean it has arms, but
they're fins, or not fins, but
webbed maybe.
Yeah,
I think you mean seals. I think that's what you're getting to. Seals.
What's a seal? Isn't it just a male mermaid?
No. Seals are an animal. They're
what's a seal? Like those?
You don't know.
Or those things. Yes, they're not manatees. They're different animals.
Seals, sea lions.
I'm fairly certain they live in a different part of the world, don't they? Don't seals live more like... Or am I confusing that with walruses? Seals live in more Arctic regions, don't they?
Pretty sure.
And manatees live...
So they had relationships with seals? The animal?
Who does? The sailors?
Use your words.
Okay,
I don't want to say it.
Christopher Columbus and his sailors had sex with manatees, not seals.
What's manatees?
It's a type of, not amphibian. It's a type of mammal.
Amphibious mammal.
What's it look like?
Aquatic. It's an aquatic mammal. So
Why?
Why is it an aquatic mammal?
No, why did they have relationships?
Because they were drunk. They thought they were mermaids.
Oh, the humanity.
Yeah, how did... For the audience,
for context, yeah.
I didn't catch that.
For the audience, I just showed them what a manatee looks like. This is what a manatee is.
The first laugh was because I grabbed my eyes. The second laugh,
it has that pod.
You gotta be down bad. I'm sorry. You gotta be real down bad.
Like pug.
Dude,
did they give consent?
Dude, that's just the average customer in Walmart. But
some viewers were offended by that, but
good.
Yeah,
lose weight. Not you. You're fine, dog. But
a sea cow. That's what they also call it.
So back to Invincible episode 6. I think the Oliver and Omni-Man sort of thing was all right. I think the real issue is one, we didn't get
a seal.
We didn't get to see enough of the war. We didn't get to see enough.
And
they didn't show anything. They didn't really show the blood count.
Yeah. And
they didn't give us the kill count.
They just did a time lapse.
And then, Invincible, Omni-Man, and Oliver, in my opinion.
Also, another thing I have to interject. They give all the important information through exposition, really.
At least put
that ain't even good exposition.
No.
It looked like a slideshow. It looked like it's still
at least put the exposition over the time lapse so that way it blends together.
Which they sort of did that from time to time, but
all the budget went to that.
No, what they did was they made a music video where they played some random song over the clips.
Bro, how could the David music video do a way better job than this? This is how you know that David was a crucial part to the rise in fame of Invincible.
He killed a child who he was sleeping
in the back of my car.
Guilty until proven and... Wait, no, wait.
Dumbass.
Yo, dude, dog.
You made a continuous lapse in your
You know what?
judgment.
Let me pull out the ukulele real quick.
Now let me pull out the Constitution of the United States.
Dog.
Yeah, the one I gave you.
Yeah, it was not a Christmas, a birthday present.
Should we tell them about your...
Yeah, my birthday was yesterday, guys.
Yeah, his birthday was yesterday.
I got some cool...
Don't tell the actual day, though.
We're not telling because they don't know.
I got, like, some cool gifts.
That was real. No, we're still in Alabama.
My friend... my one friend, she gave me a VHS of...
Oh, I didn't know this was a female.
Shut your bitch ass up! I hate you! God damn it, Walt! You're the most insufferable piece of shit that I've ever had the pleasure of speaking to! You are the reason that I don't want to wake up in the morning! You are the reason that I think about cutting my wrists at night! You are the very reason that I killed my wife because she kept inviting you over to...
Okay, angst.
Okay, Oliver.
Dude, I just...
Dog! Oh my god, are you okay?
Cut my life into pieces.
Cut my life into pieces! I hate you, Walter! Anyways.
You gave out my full legal name.
Walter.
Walter.
Yo, guys, he lives at 308 Negro Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87104. This is his confession. But yeah, it happens to be...
It happens to the best of us.
I wasn't even going to say that. My friend got me a VHS tape.
I know that look, Walt.
Dog!
I know that look.
Yes, it happened to be a female. What about it? Why can't you just let me live? Man, if someone bring up that Nick Fuentes quote. Can a fella live? I cannot say the other word. I'm not getting
Despite the fact that you've said it multiple times.
Yeah, despite the fact that we have it. You know what?
Dog,
Pull out the recording right now. Play it live right here after this commercial break.
Notice how the actual...
Hi, guys. Are you tired of not...
Shut your bitch ass up!
We're not going to get any money from this.
Dude, let me pull out the sponsorship real
There
quick.
is no sponsorship.
Remember, we are sponsored.
There is no we.
There is no we.
There's only my all of it deal. We're never going to get back on topic.
Yo, let's get back on topic.
If you like jerking your shit silly style.
Let's just get back to let's talk about the attack on what's the planet
Attack
called?
on Titan?
Let's talk. What's the planet called where the coalition is?
Coruscant?
No.
Should we call it Coruscant for the
like Andrew or something?
No, I don't think that.
Did it start with an E?
I think it started.
It's Coruscant. Come on, guys.
Started with a T. Should we just call it Coruscant?
This is called Coruscant.
We're gonna call it.
They know what we mean.
Capitol Hill.
We're capital. Let's just call it the capital.
Oh, Communism Hill.
So the capital. No. So basically, Krieg is telling Thrag, who Krieg, his barber, doing the lineup for Thrag.
Yeah, like very.
Giving him the waves.
No, I was about to say he looks like a stereotypical.
No, this
villain.
just reminds me of the whole
like the one
Kylo
eye.
Ren wanting to be like Darth Vader.
We'll get to that in a
We're
second.
not there yet.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
So Krieg is talking about they are clapping us. They are spreading our cheeks, oiling us up. Matter of fact, they start giving us the oil. We're taking it raw right now. We got to do something. So Thrag's like, we're gonna go to the capital, Coruscant, and Krieg's like, are you sure? Thrag's like,
And Thrag was like, what was that?
what was that, boy?
Hey, say that again. Bomb, bomb, bomb.
And then Krieg was like, your will is mine or some shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
Sire.
Dude, it was literally like, but we don't have the forces, Thrag. That's too damn bad.
So yeah, Krieg leaves the room just...
Thrag just starts jerking his silly style.
He has a monologue.
He has a monologue to
no one, just the skull.
Darth
to the
Vader.
person.
To the skull of Argyle.
Darth Vader.
It's the skull.
Why is it cracked?
Also, they
because he was killed in battle by
the betrayer.
By Thaddeus, aka
also,
Socrates.
I really don't.
Socrates.
Also, I really don't like how I really don't know why they were doing this, but they were just showing him talking, barely showing maybe the silhouette of the skull. But then after the third monologue, they show the skull and they have a fine boom sound actually. It's a big surprise when it's not. It's so obvious.
It's just a fucking skull. I'm sorry.
We've seen the backside of the skull. We know it's a skull. We know it's.
We get it.
They're just making it such a surprise when it really isn't.
It's really not. No, at least with Conquest, the build up towards the fight with Invincible was pretty good, but with this, I'm not even worried for Invincible at this point.
I will say that going into it, right? They're they have some plan. You're oh, what's the plan? You're thinking it's gonna be something crazy, right? And
they have no plan.
And kind of at first you they pop in with these giant lasers that shoot down
orbital bombardment.
Yeah, so basically the leaders of the planet of the coalition of planets,
Satan Yahoo,
is basically talking about some oh, we've lost too many people
without telling how many people they lost. At least give us a percentage.
I mean, it's either gonna feel yeah. It's probably in the quintillions, realistically.
Yeah, which is why it would have been better if it's just a percentage counter, at least. We lost 70% of our planet.
Yeah.
Something at least, so we can, we have something tangible to latch onto.
We lost billions upon billions.
I think that...
You're we lost.
We've lost...
That's it. We've lost people. People died.
And again, I think that the, what it should have been was that they were doing the exposition over the time, because then you see. For one, I thought that the music choice was terrible. It made the war feel for one,
a joke.
Cutting in with Omni-Man and Oliver hanging out was really bad at making it feel like a heavy war. You should have almost no music in the background, just Thaddeus Thaddeus discussing with the leaders of the Planet of Coalitions, and have the leaders when they're talking, their planet shows up and they talk about the devastation that they felt, right?
Dude, not to mention the fact that the single fact, right, that Omni-Man and Oliver and Invincible are just stranded in a planet while they're literally winning the war, just means that them going to go get Mark and Oliver was completely pointless.
Did they?
They're winning.
They didn't go get Mark and Oliver. It was actually stated that they set a search party that couldn't find them because they were too deep in Viltrumite territory.
No, I understand that point. I understand that part. Yeah, but it's they're stranded in a planet, right? And them being stranded, but them still winning the war is completely pointless. That they need Omni-Man, Mark, and Oliver.
What you're saying is because they're winning so well, they're doing
It makes it seem they're winning the war.
No, they're winning the war, which makes the whole drama that they had about involving Mark and Oliver into the war
just complete point. Yeah,
I think what they should have done is have it to where hey, for some reason, our heavy hitters aren't encountering Viltrumites. The Viltrumites are attacking our weak points where our heavy hitters aren't. We're trying to predict where the Viltrumites are, but anytime we go there, they're already gone. So
they should have made it a bigger that would have made a bigger reason why they need someone who was part of the Empire, Nolan.
Yeah.
To actually help out with the war effort.
Because the Viltrumites
But no. They're just winning.
Yeah.
We can't stop winning.
We can't stop winning. The house always wins.
It also makes Thrag seem more incompetent.
Now, I think because it's on one hand you have the coalition talking about, we're losing too many people. Then you also have the Viltrumites talking about how they're losing too many people. And it's I kind of get, both sides would be complaining about their losses, but I think you notice a lot more dead bodies of that guy than your guy on the battlefield, especially after the battle's over, and you actually tally up the death tolls.
Sorry.
No, it is and then you got the guys being oh yeah, we should just, how long can this war go on? Guys, Viltrumites are space Nazis. you have to, you kind of have to just lock in for a bit.
Not to mention that ending sequence that even was.
Fucking dumbass.
That even George was.
That even George was. That even George was.
That's his name.
Just
say it.
We went like 38 minutes without anyone saying anything, and then I go mess it up.
Typical Walt moment.
Okay, but as something George even pointed out towards the end was like they were over here like, but we can't keep losing people. Like it's like they act like they've never seen like war before. Like they weren't in just a war, and now they see their people dying. Like, oh no, man, we can't keep doing this. How long can this go on for? No, man, like this is serious now.
Yeah, it's just exposition without even showing or even giving us anything like nothing. No reason to actually be.
And
then the mole.
I think they're doing. Yeah, they were kind of doing it wonky, and I think the mole was just revealed too soon. Like not too soon, but too easy. I think that's a big problem with this. Is everything's feeling too easy. The mole was revealed easily because they had been setting it up previously since like season 2.
I thought it was gonna be something like more shocking.
Yeah, like. I think, like...
I mean, the friendly guy that you say hi to...
Like, yeah, we have a mole. Then, like...
Never bring it back. Never bring it back.
Until it's actually necessary. Like, oh yeah,
I will say, I kind of like the... Like, I like that the... I don't know his name, but the fat, like, intern.
The fat alien.
The fat alien is the mole.
The receptionist.
DJ Khaled.
I think the fat receptionist being the mole was interesting, because you literally didn't expect him.
He was too nice.
Because
he's a nice guy. He's
kind of just there.
You realize he wasn't nice. He was just indifferent, really. He didn't really care.
You kind of...
Then again, we wouldn't really be talking about him if he was...
I just realized when he said, "Oh, wait, you're alive," and Alan was like, "Wait, you're shocked by that?" Was that them trying to hint at it? Yo, are we giving credit to a show that doesn't deserve it? No, because like that's just not a good enough hint. They should have had.
Anyone would say that.
Anyone would. Like, it just passed over his head. Everyone's head. It just passed over. I think that head.
No, the thing is, like, the delivery wasn't even that convincing that it was meant to be a hint.
Yeah.
I think
everyone would have said, "Hey, we're alive."
Kind of why it could have been an interesting hint. Is like
even his girlfriend too.
Depending on how he delivered it, was like
it would have been, but like he didn't. It was
wait, you're alive?
Wait, you're alive?
Like, oh shit, you're alive?
Or like maybe a more like scared type of question, like, "You're alive?" I don't know. I'm not an actor.
Yeah.
Yet.
Bro.
Shut up. But, yeah, so finally I know we're kind of skipping around, but honestly, it does kind of feel like a lot of nothing happened in this episode. So basically, the Viltrumites just appear on
Coruscant.
The capital.
With like one ship, I think, right?
Just one. Just one fucking ship.
And they get through the defenses of the capital by having their mole, the fat alien, just turn off the defenses.
Which is like...
Wait a minute!
Yeah, a very...
No, and nothing warned them about that. They had no internal alarm system being like,
yeah, like and everything. They just have one person...
One dude can turn off everything!
With all of that power.
Yo.
It is a receptionist!
Dude!
Dog!
He has the power to turn off the entire planet's defense systems. At the very least, at the very minimum, he has the power to turn off the defense system of that area.
Does he know?
Of above that area. Maybe he just turned off the satellites above that area.
That's like the power that's given to a fucking general.
And even then, there was nothing to warn everyone, hey, defense is deactivated. Nothing!
No, that's actually crazy.
And the guy beside him, wait, the skinny alien beside him...
Didn't even realize.
Didn't see it. Didn't have anything on his computer to say.
How come they're alive? Wasn't the first strike literally right there?
How
are they fucking alive?
Most of them died. Most of the guys in the blast radius died.
What a convenience.
The only guy, the only like 3 people in the blast
is the
radius,
rubble, under the rubble.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them.
And like the only 3 that died, like that survived, that weren't under the like with Thaddeus, you know. Who is a Socrates. We call, for the audience, we call Thaddeus Socrates because
he looks like him.
In this episode, he just looks exactly like Socrates.
Yeah, like his whole
the robe and
his
everything.
whole outfit just looks like a robe after it is shredded down by the laser.
And
I was shredded down.
Because he's a bald white guy with a beard who's ripped.
Yeah, he went from Optimus Prime to Socrates,
dude. And also Alan and Tech Jacket, right? Like it's kind of to me, it was implied that most of the people in the city are dead now. that everyone in that building is dead.
By one ship, mind you.
Matter of fact, I would like the rubble. The people who survived in the rubble most likely survived because the rubble fell on them, and not because they survived the laser. I think it's implied that most of everyone was vaporized by the laser.
Yeah, most likely. It was a big portion of the planet too.
And so then, Invincible, Omni-Man, and Oliver coincidentally show up right at that moment, I believe. From what I remember.
How convenient.
And then, they're fighting for a bit. They're just doing some fighting. And then Oliver,
And Invincible.
Invincible, yeah. Invincible's the only one to get the idea, hey, Oliver, get over here. We're going to fly up into that thing.
What's the thing, you may ask? That's a ship.
It's the ship. It's the Viltrumite ship.
Okay, explain a airship to me. Isn't that crazy? It's just a spaceship that floats in the air. So it's like a ship in the ocean, but instead of the ocean, it's in the air.
No, it's a spaceship. It's just a spaceship. That's how it got through space.
Because it's a ship and it floats through air, right? Like space. Because it's a spaceship.
What are you talking about?
You know, ship is in the water, right?
Ship is in water.
Ship is in water. Airship is in the air, but it's a ship because it's.
Okay, I get what you mean. You're saying that we're applying the language of naval language to the air and to space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy, isn't it?
I think that
your point.
Airplane sounds better.
A space plane.
Yeah. Or helicopter.
What's next? Bicycle?
Anyways, so
Space bicycle.
Invincible and Oliver,
when they were trying, when Invincible said, Oliver, come over here, and it's shown, it's implied that they're gonna destroy the ship. You get a lot of hype, right?
It's not.
And then they just do it.
Yeah.
I think what it should have been is they bump into it, they just bounce back down.
No. Even better. They go through it, but they don't completely go through it because then what's that guy with waves?
Thrag.
No, from what I understand, Thrag would have just killed him.
No. He there's a cool fight. A cool fight that leads all the way to episode 7. And the stakes are high. Oliver's cut in half or something.
Or better yet, they save that for episode 7, and then it leads into episode 8. I don't know.
They destroy his ship.
It could have been better.
Very fucking easy. Legit, 2 seconds. And they frame it like it's the big,
the Viltrumites, wait, I just realized the Viltrumites should have been guarding the ship. They should have been guarding the under... Yeah.
Isn't that thing killing most of the people? Isn't that thing killing most of the people?
That could have been the conflict, right? They are guarding the ship, and they're like, we can't get through. If we try to go up there, they just fly down, kill us.
But no. We fly through.
Dude, Omni-Man! You mentioned Omni-Man being important because he understands Viltrumite strategy, so he can give him inside the mind of a Viltrumite, right?
Yeah.
And so he basically
inside the mind of a pedophile.
He'd be like, oh, they're doing...
No. He's just fighting.
He could be like, oh, they're doing this strategy. Or even Thaddeus. That it can make sense that Thaddeus doesn't know modern Viltrumite strategy because
he doesn't even know modern Viltrumite societies right now.
Yeah, he's been gone for 1,000 years. Omni-Man's been in it for he left 5 seconds.
Yo, even better if they would have had them go through the ship, fight the waves, dude, and then the rest of the Viltrumites just arrive.
I think they would have been decimated.
It would have been fire though.
Dude,
it would have made sense too.
Yeah, it would have. The stakes would have been so high. One planet. What do? You either fight the big guys or you try and save the planet.
They shouldn't have had that Thrag there. He should have had him there.
Yeah.
What is he? He should.
Since he quietly just runs away.
It makes more sense that he would have stayed on Viltrum to manage the Empire.
Yeah, and wait for the rest of the Viltrumites.
If he was on the Viltrumite, if he was just on Viltrum, because he's thinking my guys can handle this. They're Viltrumites.
They're not a big threat.
I need to stay here on Viltrum to protect Viltrum, to manage the Empire, be an emperor. That would have been better. Have Krieg lead it.
And not let them know weakness. Not let them know that they're weak. That they're desperate.
Yeah.
Just like they figured out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? You should write the show, Lucas. You know what? Yeah. Hey, yo, Amazon.
You finally see why me and fucking hate that scene.
Motherfucker! Fuck you! No, you don't realize what you just said.
I'll give it that. You name dropped me.
All right, starting over. 3, 2, 1.
Fuck no.
Yeah, I guess we gotta bleep that out.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know, George called Walt a slur.
And he also admitted he's gay. Has a family of 3.
Dog, you're supposed to just bleep out the slur. You're not cutting that out.
I'm cutting that out.
No.
He said a slur. He said a no word.
Yeah, we bleep it.
Oh.
That's what they do.
Matter of fact, I'll say it again.
Dog!
Dude, you said you
fucking. What, you gonna censor that too?
No,
that hurt your feelings.
No, you gotta amplify that.
Amplify.
You gotta turn the volume.
I gotta put that Vine boom.
But
you see now why we hate that scene.
We could have made Invincible episode 6 so much better if we would have written it ourselves.
I'm split. So I remember you brought up the critique of they could. So basically, hold on. Let me finish the synopsis.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go for it.
So Invincible and Oliver destroy the ship. The Viltrumites are like, shit. So they start running. So they all run.
Thrag just runs down to get the.
Thrag's like,
runs away.
I gotta get out of here, and just takes off.
And Team Rocket goes flying
and
away.
They don't chase them down for some reason. They could literally just.
And what does the Waves dude do? Like, doesn't he just say? Yeah, doesn't he just say
Viltrumites?
And that's it. Like, bro, we're gonna see him in episode 7. I think we almost had them. We almost had them.
And then the two halves of the ship are descending on the city, the capital, and the heroes go up, stop it. I will say, I think I explained it. To me, it makes sense that they can't necessarily stop the entire ship from falling. Because it's a lot hard. It's like they're trying to hold all of the weight rather than just punch through it. But, to me, I was actually thinking, you don't need that. I remember, George and I were talking about how so many shows and movies do this, where they'll just throw another thing in to make you feel more conflict. Remember where we saw, what was the movie?
Hail Mary.
Yeah, Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary. A lot of things are just, a lot of movies, a lot of shows, all the time, just throw in something
high
else.
Stakes.
No, it doesn't even make it feel like high stakes.
It doesn't even add high stakes.
It's like
filler.
It's just, and then.
And then he woke up.
Yeah. It's, the ship crashing to the planet was meh. Whatever.
Why be better?
I certainly wasn't thinking, this is the greatest episode of all time. I think
it was alright.
It was alright. I think they handled the Viltrumites' arrival. I was thinking it ended too quickly. I didn't mean to give off the impression that I thought...
They felt like the villain of the week.
Yeah, it felt like Dog Seismic was scarier than this.
I understand, the budget.
If
Amazon
Immortal was there,
but
Thrag would have died.
Still, a very high critique. The slideshow animation, dude.
No, I do think it's getting worse.
It's worse.
It's getting worse. You can actually notice it from the...
I understand.
I legit said this before, but the expository dialogue, it was legit a still image, really.
I remember,
and all we had was them blinking.
Do you remember at the beginning when, Omni-Man was setting up the gravestones? And I'm, telling you, it looked like a click and drag.
Yeah.
Dude,
you're funny.
So you see, audience, if you pause it this moment right here, you can actually see the mouse.
Dude, freaking Game Theory had better...
MatPat can pull better shit than this.
MatPat had better animations in 2015.
And the budget, he had a fucking crappy-ass computer.
Dude, he was making that in his closet.
He had that fucking cheap-ass internet, too, bro.
Dude, he was living in a one-bedroom apartment.
He was making that shit with Bandcam.
Dude, it's actually insane. I've seen Roblox animations better than that.
Gacha Life does better shit than this.
Dog. That dude.
Dog, sick. What's that? Skibbity Toilet does better shit than this. They put more effort into this shit.
I will say, I was one of the people that was season 3's animation isn't that bad.
It gets worse.
It's yeah, sure, it's kind of average, but it's not that bad. No. There's so many times. Not only is it the animation is bad. Not only is that it feels like the movement is a slideshow, but the facial expression.
Park could do better.
The facial expressions feel so weird. I don't like when they're talking, because when they're talking to each other, the facial expressions are just
You're funny. No wonder they do so many scenes in space, because they don't have to animate moving the mouth.
Audience, you know Easter Island heads? Those Easter Island heads? That's everyone's face anytime they're having dialogue. And maybe they'll move their head a little. Maybe they'll like turn their head to the side for two. Like
maybe raise an eyebrow. Once
don't they? It's like I don't know if it's just me, but they always like turn their head and just keep it there for too long.
Bro, what if they're using like that fucking old ass technology like still to make that?
This is Amazon.
Bro, they're not like. Do they know we have computers?
They
know we have computers?
They sell it to us. They're
Does
just
he know?
Dude, they're just paying the animators 3 cups of
No,
coffee.
not even. Yeah, the voice actor.
Then the voice actors, they pay
You got me with the fucking. You got me good with that shit, bro.
Dude, and then for the voice actors, they pay them with their own private island with a castle, bro.
Always. I know we have Mike Ehrmantraut here.
Dude, it's so dumb. I don't like it.
8 episode, 8 hours. And then one whole episode is filler.
Dude, wait oh my god. Time out. Everyone stop. They could have removed that episode entirely and given us more time for the war.
Oh, come on, they're dragging the war at this point.
No. Like,
not even dragging. They're just putting it in the shelf until it becomes vital.
So, like,
they're not making it a real. I don't feel the stakes right now.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the war just kind of thrust onto us. Like we were not ready.
It was forced on us.
Yeah,
they pinned us down.
Matter of fact, should I call you another slur?
No.
Call him another slur.
You know what? Are you ready? Are you ready?
You ready?
Brother. But, you know what? This cannot be half as bad as Scream 7. But yeah, guys, anyways, that will be all for the last idea podcast.
Silence.
We will be seeing you in the next episode.
Is that really all that we have to say about the show?
Yeah.
I know we can talk about more stuff.
Yeah, we can totally talk about more, dog. Like, there's a lot to talk about. Like, dude, think about it, right? They had a whole episode in hell for no reason, right? Imagine if
that never happened.
No, imagine if they didn't put that episode.
That never happened.
No, hear me out, right? Just hear me out.
Also, the dialogue fucking sucks.
Imagine if they just didn't do that, right? Imagine if,
Imagine dragons.
Imagine if all the people.
Imagine if Omni-Man and Alan appeared at the end of episode 3. And then what was episode 5 becomes episode 4. So for episode 5 and 6, they have more time to develop the war. We actually get to see some battles. Like, we get to see, like, Alan and his girlfriend being generals.
You're missing the point.
What's the point?
That would actually give us our money's worth.
That would require real talent.
We would actually get something good.
Yeah, like,
you're missing the mark right here, chat.
Like, dude,
we'd get something we really want.
I don't get what.
I know we love sloth.
You know what's crazy is that people are like, nah, episode 4 wasn't that bad. No, episode 4 was good, actually. Like, no, it was the worst episode of this whole show, and it is taken away from the actual important part of the show. Like,
it completely contradicts everything they established in episode 3.
They only have 8 episodes, and, like, they wasted one of them.
Dude, they did the same thing in season 3, dude. They brought up the same fucking ghost dude, and they're never gonna cover it until season 5.
I doubt it'll even be covered in season 5.
Bro, they're just dragging it.
At the very least,
they really are dragging a lot.
They're dragging a lot, dude. They're dragging so much,
dude. This is the next One Piece.
One Piece does it better.
No, it doesn't. I haven't even watched it, but
it does it better.
I know One Piece. No, I know. I haven't even watched One Piece. I haven't even watched One Piece, but I know One Piece is bad. I'm not even watching any reviews of it, but I know it's bad just because of the episode count.
It's just too long.
Like, it's way too long.
It's too long.
Like,
then again, you're just brain rotted. You could possibly finish it.
When was the last time you read a book?
Anyways, guys.
It's crazy to me to actually think about. People actually love young Sheldon.
Bro, you're gonna talk about one Sheldon right now, chat?
Sheldon?
No, I said young. I said young Sheldon.
No, he said one Sheldon.
I said one Sheldon. Oh my god,
Sheldon.
dude, my brain is melting.
Guys, who would win in a 1v1v1?
One Punch Man or one Sheldon?
Dog.
Goku.
Goku.
Dude, young Sheldon from Young Sheldon, Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle, or Brick from the Middle. I think Dewey kills them both, low-key. I think Dewey would somehow.
This is just too much mid.
Oh my god!
You know what? You're
this
mid.
brain rot's actually frying my brain right now.
You're mid.
My last
mid.
brain cell is actually burning up right now, chat.
Well, I think that's actually where we ended off.
Yeah, that's exactly where we're gonna leave it.
Dude, how long have we been filming?
I think this has actually been the longest episode so far.
54.
Yeah.
Yeah, around that.
It's gonna take you days to upload it.
It's gonna take me a minute.
It's gonna take days. It's gonna take you days.
Especially with Alabama servers.
Yeah,
the
with the whole
processing.
war with Iran and the whole war with alcohol. And
Hey guys, on the bright side.
War on drugs.
On the bright side,
drugs.
an entire civilization isn't destroyed yet.
Yet.
For now. Dude, what we just talked
We're
about
dating the podcast right now, chat. You know what? Let's make it an hour. Yeah, why not? Let's make this podcast episode.
Wasn't
an
it
hour.
crazy?
Dude, you're the only one who wants to end it so early.
I have to take a shit, dude.
Wasn't Donald Trump dude, it's so crazy to me. Dude literally was yeah, I'm gonna destroy this entire civilization if their government doesn't do what I want. Who justify
I know we love genocide.
No, how do you justify that? These conservatives will talk about how American values. They'll talk about individualism. They'll talk about how bad it is that the woke neo-Marxist leftists are so collectivist, and then they'll talk about all Muslims want to kill Americans.
Lucas, I have something to say.
What?
It's completely out of what we're talking about right now. It's just I appreciate you waiting until the very end to talk about this and not the beginning, so people can sign off right about now if they don't want to hear this.
Dude, it's.
We're here to wake up the mental prisons right now.
But
to the real listeners, to the real fans, this is for you.
But for real, it's so hypocritical of these conservatives to.
You sound communist right now, chat.
He is.
I'm a mutualist.
Is that another word for communi?
No.
No, that's another word for socialism.
I could.
You're not denying it though.
It's complicated. In the early days, mutualism was considered a branch of socialism, but that was when the socialist movement was a much broader movement that simply meant being anti-capitalist.
So what do you do with people that don't agree with your ideas in your economy?
I wouldn't do anything with them. What?
So you wouldn't send them to concentration camps or anything like that, right? You would just send them to special places.
So he's only at level 1 right now.
Level 1 tycoon. Level 1 tycoon. I'll let them leave while they can.
I think I'm gonna stay at level 1, dog. But
you're gonna live in Egypt or Rome, Boston, Detroit.
Nah, never. I want to become.
I want to become an Italian mafia boss.
You will never.
I'm halfway there.
No, you're not. You're Filipino. That's the wrong side of the planet.
But yeah, he does not have any legal precedent for President Trump. This whole war is illegal because he's getting there. He's overstaying presidential powers. He basically declared war without declaring war, really. Which
that's why he's the GOAT.
The reason why no one's doing anything about this is because Congress still has a majority hold of Republicans, or just people who actually support DJT.
Not even just DJT, but just war in general. That is...
Yeah, Warhawks, the party liners.
There is something to be said. There is a massive... there's a massive military-industrial complex that gets built, hundreds of billions of dollars per year to give weapons to the United States. And then politicians have stocks in those companies. Those companies will lobby politicians.
I think the military industrial complex right now is just kind of a buzzword.
I have a question, too, actually.
What?
Who's the vice president again?
J.D. Vance.
So how do y'all feel about the fact that J.D. Vance can run for president now?
He won't. He can't.
Why not?
Dude, I think, he could, technically. He may, but he would not win. I don't see him winning even I think it would be very difficult for him to even win a primary in the Republican Party by 2028 because Trump is getting unpopular amongst the Republican base now.
So same situation with what's her name?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala, yeah.
Yeah, he is becoming JD Vance is basically Kamala Harris right now.
Damn.
And he certainly would not win in 2028. Even if he were actually
running,
elected, if he were the Republican candidate, he would lose because he has the baggage of Trump. Like everyone's gonna be thinking, yeah, he'll
just do the same thing.
Yeah. Which is part of why Kamala lost in 2024 was because she was the vice president of Joe Biden, and when asked, so like, aren't you the vice president of Joe Biden? Like, how are you gonna be different? Her answer was, I'm not Joe Biden. Joe Biden's not me. I'm a different person, Joe Biden. Never explained what she would do differently, what policies she disagrees with from Biden.
I'm a woman. That's all you should care about.
So,
what is a woman?
And I really think...
You're not Matt Walsh.
I think J.D. Vance... Oh, my God.
I think Kamala Harris is kind of bad.
Anyways, J.D. Vance would, J.D. Vance would be in a worse position than Kamala, even. Because Kamala Harris...
Because she's not a woman.
Kamala Harris could unite an anti-Trump base that doesn't care that she is the vice president of Joe Biden.
We had a female vice president?
Yeah. J.D. Vance, however... I'm going to brush past your stupidity.
This isn't such a shocker.
I'm going to brush past your stupidity. J.D. Vance could never insult Trump. He could never disagree with Trump, or else he'll lose the diehard MAGA supporters. But he also can't fervently agree with Trump because then he's going to lose anyone that isn't a diehard Trump supporter. Most non-Trump supporters right now. Which
is another reason why most people theorize that he's not in the headlines these days.
He isn't. I haven't really heard of him.
I mean, he's vice president is kind of useless.
Wow.
Well, quite literally, the whole point of being vice president is just become an errand boy.
Errand?
Errand boy.
Wow. Or girl.
Your job is to do the stuff the president's too busy to do right now. And
without having all the political power that the president has.
With occasionally.
It was just like the unpaid intern.
Occasionally going to vote in the Senate if they can't break a tie. That's very occasionally. If they can break a tie in the Senate, your job's useless.
Damn, that's kind of sad, honestly.
Yeah.
To think about it.
Yeah. So honestly, I don't know. I know a lot of people are actually throwing out.
It's not really useless. I'm sorry to cut you off, like always, but in a way, don't you think it's a little like you got to really get lucky to say like if the president, when you were vice president, did a good job, you could just get elected as president yourself. So being vice president is like a gamble in a way.
That's literally what George H.W. Bush did. Yeah. He was the vice president to Ronald Reagan, and Ronald Reagan was so popular that he coasted off of that. But then, like George H.W. Bush.
Yeah, back in the day, it used to be wasn't he a Secretary of State? That was a position you had to be if you wanted to become president.
Yeah, that was like in the early. So like that was in the really early days, and that ended basically with I'd say that ended with Andrew Jackson being elected. That kind of withered away, because like Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, and John Quincy Adams were all Secretary of State before they were president. Then Andrew Jackson came in, started the Democratic Party because he felt that the election got stolen from him, got elected president, killed a bunch of Native Americans. I think he also he abolished the National Bank.
Isn't it crazy that we talk more about older presidents than modern presidents?
Well, we're still seeing the ramifications.
Well, because there's more of objectivity with older presidents. Since we can actually pinpoint what effects they had with modern presidents, it gets a little hazy. Really.
Like we don't
we're still feeling the effects of Obama's administration,
even Bush's administration. Yeah. Like we're still feeling the effects of that today, and we may not even be done with that. The fallout of their administrations may not yet be over.
Yeah, which is why it's such a hot button topic to talk about modern day presidents, because their effects still haven't gone out yet. We're still feeling the ripple tides of it.
Like unironic, like around where like we actually start to be able to have some objectivity and be able to see the full effects is around. I wouldn't even say Clinton. I'd say like Clinton is where it begins. I'd say around Reagan is where we actually get a good idea of where we see some objectivity.
That's
which
so
is like 40 years ago.
Wow.
That's the thing though. Like these political.
We need time to get stats. We need time to actually get the logistics, statistics. We actually need to find like the
we made like information
causation and correlation. Really,
we need to. I mean, there's information in other countries that we don't have yet that may take decades to come out to us because of their government's policies. Like our own government may have internal files that they're not releasing for decades. So there is like a lot of reasons why it's very difficult to actually get a good idea of how effective or how influential a president was in like even 20 years.
Not to mention there's still, the more modern they are, the more partisanship their bias is going to be.
Yeah. Bro. It's not that big. We all know that. For the audience, Walt's over here stroking the air. And...
You looking is gay.
I'm not looking, bruh. Proof or it didn't happen. Gotcha. Yeah, his hand went 3 inches into the air. And I said, we know it's not that big, dog. So, yeah, that's why it's very difficult to see, like, just the effects of president. That's why we talk about historical presidents a lot more.
Mm. Well, anyways, guys, I think that'll be it for the podcast. Because there's no way on God's green
yeah, that's a good place to wrap up.
Yeah.
I guess.
This is a healthy place to stop. After all, it has been an hour, our longest episode to date. And I feel like we did a really good job to, get this far.
Oliver wanted to have sex with a lobster.
All right, that's about it. See ya.